In order to disseminate knowledge, we need to translate it into the market. Not every idea that's translated into a product or a solution is going to be popular or will win. So to get wins, you have to have a shots on goal mentality.
There's been a ton of activity globally for entrepreneurs. Through the Techstars lens, we've hosted many, many accelerators all across the globe. The partnership with USC is absolutely groundbreaking and a blueprint for universities. It's better with the two of us working side by side.
We developed a relationship with Techstars because we were involved with several research proposals where we needed a partner to facilitate the commercialization of USC intellectual property and the spinning out of companies. And Techstars is a natural leader in this space.
Techstar has a formula and a way of doing things that has been successful. That's why most of these companies partner with universities or look to acquire intellectual properties from these universities, right? There's so much of it that has value.
We see thousands of activities happening per year from the idea stage, which is something like our startup weekend.
Over the course of the next 3 days, you're going to have the opportunity to take an idea and bring it to the world as a brand new startup.
You show up with an idea, you may not have resources or understand what to do with that idea, or you might just have a skill that you want to share. Build a team and build a product in a 48-hour time period.
I always felt there was an opportunity for Techstars to really have an impact at USC, and this event is really kind of the first step, as far as I'm concerned, of that getting circulated with the community at large.
Los Angeles is a more established ecosystem, and so we're thinking through what does Los Angeles need with USC in the center. We took a step back and said, well, what if we treat USC as a startup community, right? They have all the different constituents as part of a startup ecosystem. How can we help them on their entrepreneurial journey?
There are so many phenomenal, smart people doing amazing initiatives across USC.
Techstars and USC, we're here. You may be here because you've got an idea that you want to pitch. You may be here because you have a skill set that you want to help grow an idea for. You might even be here just to be like, I know I need to grow skill sets to be able to help future ideas. All of those roles are vital to startups.
The advantage of this partnership is that we tap into a network and we also have access to talent. And the basis of innovation is collaboration because it allows you to think outside the box.
By having Techstars and investing further in the innovation economy, that will create capacity to take more of that science research. And that work is happening across USC and other research universities.
The program that we're working on with Techstars has multiple components. There's a part of it where we just identify specific companies and give them funds, and then they go through a competitive process, and then they start building their business model and raising capital. Other parts are really focused on changing the culture at USC, evolving our culture.
Our aim is really to cultivate a community in which your ideas can thrive and that you've got a support network that can help you at every stage of that idea.
It's been wonderful to be able to help founders grow their startup and see what comes out of just giving founders tools to be able to accelerate their programs.
We want founders to bring in the ideas and we want to help develop them and make them better and make them successful.
You get a chance to pitch that idea. We will narrow down all those pitches that are given down to a core group of teams that will go forward this weekend, and those teams will go from idea to hopefully launch by Sunday.
Well, thank you everyone for the votes.
Hi, so this sources images from people.
An interactive news streaming company. A CRM tool that helps realtors remember important client information without them having to sit and write notes about every client they meet.
Momentum is a digital wealth management platform that helps collegiate athletes monetize their brand. Working all together as a team, coming from different departments and different backgrounds, was a really enriching experience. So Rex has a background primarily in computer science. My background is mainly in technology development, and so kind of collaborating with Rex and thinking about what features, epics, and user stories to build and what kind of minimal functionality that we wanted to show to the judges.
And it seems like your revenue model focuses on the university as the access point, right? And so I'm wondering if you could tell us what you learned from the university department themselves during that customer discovery.
Jessie has a background in entrepreneurship, so she's very helpful in terms of conducting customer discovery in those initial interviews. And Henry was kind of the principal UI UX designer and how to flow that into our website as well as our app.
Techstars kind of came in and almost leveled the playing field, made it a lot easier for us to collaborate. I came into the weekend thinking that entrepreneurship was kind of this daunting thing, and if you just kind of dive into something fully and collaborate with people and willing to see something change, you can really create anything and make things happen.
Techstars has thought of everything, really. And knowing that the startup world is not just the tech space. There's a lot of other industries that Techstars, USC, the whole world could benefit from.
We're approaching this in a different way where we can bring together not only students and faculty and alumni from those schools that have developed programs, but all of the other programs at USC. So the idea is to really promote interdisciplinary research with sort of a cross-fertilization.
Very cross-functional, very diverse sets of young individuals who, in this case, didn't even know each other before this weekend event happened, and by the end of it they were forming companies, some of which already got customers.
Keeping an open mind and letting those ideas built in a short term like a weekend, the mentors, the resources, and it was such a boosting and positive environment that you got this, you can do it.
Providing the right level of encouragement, I think that's a general attribute of anybody who does any job. They want to be encouraged and thanked for what they do.
We have some great mentors and coaches, experienced entrepreneurs, investors who are going to come in during the course of the weekend and help advise you on your ideas and how to make them into valid products and companies.
I am the founding partner of a venture capital firm. Fund managers like myself, there are many of us who are former Techstars employees. We've operated at Techstars and we've taken what we've learned and we've gone out and started our own funds, and we're implementing a lot of those practices. I want to make sure they're attacking a very large problem.
And so from a mentorship perspective, that's what's so appealing for Techstars and working with startups is if a startup can come through and get mentorship who really understands the space or the research, it can help catapult that startup to the next level.
You may start at a startup weekend and then suddenly you're in our Founder Catalyst program, which is our pre-accelerator. And then suddenly you're in our accelerator and you're getting investment. So we're actually able to watch these founders move forward in their business.
What is important about the partnership with the University of Southern California is that they are seeing that meeting founders where they are is necessary in order to really build the momentum of a startup ecosystem.
At some point that startup becomes successful, it will need additional talent. And the network that's provided to us through the partnership allows us to tap into that talent.
I hope that during the course of this weekend you had some amazing experiences in entrepreneurship. That the whole point of Startup Weekend is this to be a laboratory for you to experience what entrepreneurship is about.
What separates Techstars, it's really the culture. There's a culture of servitude. Techstars has a motto called, #GiveFirst. It's actually a really powerful blueprint for life, not just for building companies and helping other people build their companies.
The thing that I learned the most from this competition is how to build trust with people that are different from my background. I think trust is one of the key strengths that we have, and we have to build it with a stranger.
I really like working with the team and being a part of a team, doing something that has the capacity to make a difference in the world and really make an impact.
In any organization, in a university, in a community, there's a tremendous inertia to be tribal. What we are trying to accomplish with this partnership, that excitement overcomes the inertia and allows the cross-pollination so we can do things with purpose.
What I really appreciated this weekend was the mentorship that we got from not just the mentors, but from you guys, from pretty much everyone.
Hear other people's 5-minute pitches and how they were able to, congregate and convey all this information. And again, You guys did this in 24 to 48 hours. So big kudos and thank you so much for having us.
What struck me most about the team today that we saw from Startup Weekend is the fact that they represented the diversity of the schools and the types of learning that happen on this campus. As you know, in a university, resources are always at a premium, so having a program that also can generate returns speaks well for its ability to sustain itself.
USC is certainly unique. They have a tremendous amount of talent in different parts of the university. And what we're hoping to do is work with them to be that connective tissue.
And I think universities, especially one like USC, which is held in such high esteem, really does need to lead in that space.
I think we are very privileged to be part of USC community because each of the school we have competition and a lot of activities, but this is actually the first time that a third party come in like Techstars to organize something that we can collaborate in different schools together.
It's just incredible, and I just wanted to thank everyone here for coming out and putting themselves out there. I'm very grateful to get feedback because honestly, it made me think about certain areas of how I can improve.
Founders come first. We put founders first in the decision makings of what we do. And so we have to collaborate in order to provide founders with what they need.
One of our benchmarks for being successful is when we identify student teams. 3 teams came to the surface. So now where does the university go from here? Well, we're going to continue to work with them. We want to enrich the work that they do, the intellectual property, the ideas that they develop, and help them make stronger companies all the way through the process, through an innovation ecosystem to find venture support and to really bring their products to market and make their companies successful.
There are many, many objectives at work over here. One is the success of our students and alumni, to influence what happens in the world through their products and their solutions. The other is to be very deliberate and ethical about those solutions. I think what we're really interested in is an ecosystem where these products and solutions work for the benefit of society.